Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn your favorite painting into a home decor masterpiece using Rinea fold papers. For the project today, we're going to need double-sided tape, scissors, Rinea fold papers in Midnight, Cobalt, Sapphire and Turquoise, Violet, Lavender, Blush, Fuchsia, Emerald, Jade and Gold, and the last color is Mocha. We're also going to need some card, and this one is 300 GSM in black and green, some liquid adhesive and 3D glue, a pokey tool, a pencil, a scoring tool and a scoreboard, a craft knife and a mat to do some cutting. We're going to start with creating our home decor frame, and we're going to use a scoreboard. This scoreboard is A4 size and my paper is slightly bigger. You can, if you have A3 scoreboard or 12 by 12 inches, that will also work perfectly for the project. However, if your paper is slightly bigger than your scoreboard, you just have to move it a little bit. As you can see, I have to do it, but I always make sure that my paper touches the side. When you create this frame, you have to think, how deep would you like your frame to be? I decided for my frame to be 1 centimeter deep. So I'm going to score 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 centimeter on each of the sides. I'm going to say it again, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 centimeters from each side. If you want your frame to be a little bit deeper, you can use 1.5 centimeters. So then you will have 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6 and 7.5 centimeters from each side. However, I would encourage you, if you want a deeper frame, to use 12 by 12 inches paper or A3 card. Okay, so coming back to my frame, as I said before, I have my frame 1 centimeter deep. So I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 centimeters. And now we've got these beautiful tiny squares in each of the corners, and they will help us to do some cutting to create a beautiful frame. We're going to do 2 up, 1 diagonal, 1 up, and we're going to do the same on the other side. 2 up, 1 diagonal, and 1 up to join our corner. As you can see, I'm going to do it really slowly here, and if you struggle, you can pause this video and watch it again. In the meantime, I wonder, what is your favorite painting? Which painting you would like to turn into a home decor project? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'm really curious. For this project, I chose one of my favorite paintings by Claude Monet called Water Lily Pond. I really like the water and the lilies and how the bridge really stands out on this painting. I really like it, and I absolutely love the style of the painting. So I thought, why not give it a go and turn it into a home decor project? Okay, going back to our frame, as you can see, it's it's 2 squares up, 1 diagonal and 1 up. And when we have all those corners ready, now it's time to fold all those scoring lines. However, I'm not going to assemble the frame yet, because we're going to need it open, because we're going to stick a few things down first. And we just have to make sure that they go under the frame. As you can see, folding the frame is really easy and quick, and I really encourage you to create your own frames for home decor projects. It is really simple, quick, and you have really beautiful dimension for every single project. As you can see here, the frame folds really quickly, and it gives really nice effects. I wonder if you have ever created your own home decor frame and project. Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, in the description down below, you will find my written tutorial for this project on the Rinea website and the design team, and also my other written tutorials for Rinea. I really encourage you to check it out. Now, here is my design for the project, and we're going to start with the bridge. Then we're going to add some water at the top and at the bottom, and we're also going to have some trees in the corners at the top, and that will give us 3D look. And at the end, we're going to create some lilies. Now, it's time to have a look at our frame again. And we're going to create a bridge. The bridge will be slightly bigger than our frame because we want it to stand out a little bit. I've got copy paper here and I folded it in half and I'm using my pencil to draw a bridge. As you can see, I don't have any template because I'm going to create it myself. Drawing a bridge is really easy. We just have to draw 2 curved lines. And then we're going to add 2 more lines, one in between of those lines, at the top and at the bottom. And then using a ruler, I'm going to make some straight lines. The lines I color in inside, they are going to be cut out later on. And then it is a visual for me because I know that it looks nice and I won't make any mistake when I start cutting out all those pieces. And I really encourage you to do the same. It doesn't take that long, but we just make sure it is done properly. Okay, so first I'm going to start with a craft knife and I'm going to get rid of all the pieces I colored in. And this way it will create a really nice template or stencil for our main bridge. As I said before, it doesn't really take that long, but our bridge will be nice and beautiful for the project. And then when we are ready with those details, we can use scissors to cut the outside of the bridge. And then when you have a look at this bridge, as I said before, it is slightly bigger than the frame. And now we can trace our template on brown card. And again, it doesn't really take that long, but it is a crucial step. This card is 300 GSM, so I need to make sure that it's steady and it won't change the shape later on. Okay, when we're done with drawing our bridge, I'm going to attach Mocha Rinea fold paper. And to do it, I'm going to need double-sided tape. This is the easiest and quickest way to attach Rinea fold paper to card. Now, when we're ready with double-sided tape, I'm going to use a pokey tool to get rid of the tape here. And it's time to attach our beautiful Mocha Rinea paper. Rinea fold paper is so special because it catches the light so beautifully. And when you create these home decor projects, you will actually see it on the wall. It's a really stunning effect. As you can see here, I use a little bit too much double-sided tape and my brown card was stuck to my glass mat. But it was okay. I tried to fix it really quickly and it worked. Okay, so now we're going to cut the bridge out and I'm going to start with the details again using my craft knife and then use scissors for the outside of the bridge. When you do it, I really encourage you to be super careful because craft knife has a really sharp blade. So I really don't want you to hurt yourself. I also wonder if you have ever used Rinea fold papers for your projects. If you have, please let me know in the comments down below. How did you like it? Because my favorite thing about Rinea fold paper is that every single shape you create holds the shape, literally. So when you fold it, it stays folded. When you bend it, it stays as it is. Okay, so now our bridge is ready. Now we just have to adjust it a little bit. So I'm going to cut the sides a little bit, and that will give me a 3D look when we put it on our frame. It's still a little bit too big, so I need to adjust it on the left hand side. Okay, so when you're ready with your bridge, just make sure it stands out a little bit to create that 3D look. And now we're going to use Midnight, Cobalt, Sapphire and Turquoise, and we're going to fussy cut some waves. This is really simple, and each wave is a little bit different. When you create the waves, just make sure you have straight sides on some of the waves, because we're going to put them on the sides of the frame, and also we're going to put some waves at the bottom as well. So when we're done with all those waves, it's time to put them on our frame. And here you have a choice. I decided to use some liquid glue and 3D glue, and both of them worked perfectly fine. And what's really good about Rinea fold paper, as you can see here, I'm folding it a little bit so it catches the light even more beautifully, and it gives us that water effect. It's really simple and quick, and it gives you really beautiful effect, and I really encourage you to do it with this beautiful Rinea fold paper. It doesn't take that long, but it gives you absolutely amazing effect every single time. And when you use liquid glue with Rinea fold paper, you still have time to maneuver all the pieces. If you want, you can also use some red liner tape to put all those waves together. However, I wanted to make sure that I can maneuver them a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, our water is done, and I use all those 4 colors I showed you earlier to create a really nice effect. I wanted to have lighter color at the bottom and darker at the top. And now it's time to create some trees. Here is green card, and I'm trying to draw some trees. As you can see, I'm using the corner to measure how big the tree should be. And we're going to use 3 layers on the left side and 2 layers on the right side. Here I've got emerald, jade and gold Rinea fold paper, and we're going to fold it a few times and fussy cut some small beans. That's how I'm going to call them. We're going to fussy cut some small beans to create beautiful leaves for our trees. And using those 3 colors, it gives us so much dimension on every single tree. This will take you about 10 minutes to do, but it gives you absolutely amazing effects. Trust me, it is worth the time. When you're done with all those small beans for the leaves, just make sure you have a variety of greens and yellow, because then we can use yellow as a highlight on every single tree. And when you attach those beans on green card, start from the bottom and go all the way up. It will be as on a roof on a house. That is the same idea behind those leaves. It is super easy, and you can use a pokey tool just to help yourself, so you're not stuck to the glue. And as I said before, Rinea fold paper holds the shape. So if you fold the leaves a little bit, they will just keep the shape. It's absolutely amazing. And actually putting all those leaves, it doesn't take that long time. And when we are done with all those trees here, we can start fussy cutting the top just to make sure we have a straight edge at the top. And it looks really nice and neat. And as you can see on the right hand side, I've got some leftovers, so I can use them in my future projects to create some trees later on. Okay, so now before I put the trees, I need to adhere the bridge. And now you can use a 3D glue, a liquid glue, or red liner tape. The choice is yours. However, when you use liquid glue or 3D glue, you still have time to maneuver all those pieces. You can also use hot glue if you prefer. That's absolutely fine. And as you can see, we have to stick the bridge first before we stick the frame. On the left and on the right at the top, I adhered 2 trees. And I also folded the top of the frame and I adhered it. Now I'm using 3D glue to add the second tree. It will give us a little bit of dimension. And now I have to stick the sides of the frame, the left and right, and I'm using liquid glue. And with this liquid glue, it took about 5 minutes to dry completely, but it works perfectly fine. Okay, so now I'm adhering the top trees on the left and on the right, and our project is nearly done. It's time to create some lilies. I'm going to start with emerald, and as you can see, I'm fussy cutting an oval, and I'm going to fussy cut a small triangle on one of the, let's say, sides. And that will give us a really nice water lily leaf. And for the flowers, I chose blush and fuchsia for some of the flowers, and we're going to fold it a little bit and fussy cut the petals, and they will be in the shape of a water drop. It's really simple to do, and they'll be really tiny. So when you do this, make sure you don't lose any of those pieces. And then we're going to fussy cut the petals from fuchsia. And these will give us really nice color dimension and interest on our lilies. And I'm going to attach them using red liner tape. And I'm going to cut literally tiny bit of red liner tape. So here, as you can see, I've got 3 bigger petals from the lighter color, 2 smaller petals from the darker one, and 1 tiny petal from the darker color. And in the center, we're going to have a gold oval to create 1 lily. And this doesn't really take that long, and it's super easy to create. And trust me, the effect is absolutely stunning. So when you assemble all those lilies, then we can start putting it on our project. And now I would really like to know, what is your favorite flower? Is it a rose, a lily, maybe a sunflower? Or maybe it depends on the season. Please tell me what is your favorite flower in the comments down below. Going back to our project, I really love water lilies, and I thought it would be a great home decor project. So I tried to give it a go, and please let me know if you felt inspired to turn one of your favorite paintings into a home decor project, or you thought, oh, maybe I can try something new and create something similar. So when we assemble all those lilies, as I said before, we can start putting it on the water. And I thought it would be a good idea to have an odd number of flowers. So I decided to have 5 in total. And to adhere them on my project, I'm going to use 3D glue because I want them to stand out a little bit. And as you can see, I put 1 just behind the bridge, so we have that interest and variation on the project. If you want, you can put a string on the back and you can hang it on the wall, or you can just put it on your desk. Thank you so much for watching this video and staying with me. I really hope you enjoyed it and feel inspired to create something beautiful. On the left and on the right, you can find my other Rinea projects. Have a good day.